Hey, Coach. I'm so glad you found us on YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully this video will help in your basketball journey. If you're looking for a little bit more detail, check out teachhoops.com down either in the show notes or up above. It is a social community of resources, of other coaches, of me, one-on-one coaching. Just go check it out. 14-day free trial. It's a great gig. I think you'll love it. And let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.
All right, let's do two ball. So everybody grab two ball. This is something we started, with my 08-09 team, I think. And everything I've gotten with two ball, with the exception of one thing I've gotten from Forrest Larson, who used to be the Lake Geneva Badger coach. I think this is a little bit of me being a math teacher. Why do one ball dribbling when you can do two ball dribbling? I have an 8-year-old at home, and we do a lot of two ball dribbling. We don't do a lot of one ball dribbling, just because why not? I only have his attention span for a short period. If I can get him dribbling with two balls, he's working on his left and his right. So I'm gonna show you the basics of this, and then as they're kind of doing it, I'll expand a little bit. But what's good about this, and I'll just have them go down and back because there's only 4 of them at this point. But what I want to really do with them is get them to keep that ball low and keep it out in front. So the first thing we're going to do is have them just two ball dribble as fast as they can. We'll just do speed dribble all the way down and all the way back. Now, these guys are all really, really, really good basketball players, so I know this isn't going to happen. But if it does, if it bounces off the foot, if it bounces all over, what I tell my guys is go run, pick up the ball, and come back to where you lost it. Because especially if you have 5, 6 guys, it's going to happen. It's two ball dribbling. It's unless they've been doing this a lot, it's going to bounce all over the place once in a while. So that's okay. What I tell them is just grab the ball and then go back to the spot where you were. All right. So speed dribble, the key is kind of keep the ball out in front. Okay. Head up, keep the ball out in front. Okay, ready? Go. Good. Like I told you, they're all really good ball handlers. No one lost it there. So keep that ball out in front. Keep it nice and low. We're just, like I said, we're doing the basics of this. We're not doing zigzag. We're not taking any shots at this point. I'll talk about some variations of this drill. To be a coach, you got to be a little creative with numbers, with baskets, with drills, whatever. When something becomes easy for them, you got to make it harder. So I'll talk about that in a second. The next one is kind of what my high school coach called slow and go. You get two balls, and the hesitation move it's also called. So I want you to slow and then go, slow and then go. Some people refer to it as a hesitation move, whichever. So maybe do 3 or 4 hesitations on the way down and then come back. Ready? Go. Keep that ball low. Keep your head up. And these first 2 drills aren't too bad. As far as losing the ball and that. What I tell, especially because we've had camp this week, what I tell my campers, especially in the ones that we're going to do right now, I tell my campers go as fast as you can without losing the ball. I don't think there's probably many high school players that can't do hesitation and as fast as they can once they kind of figure out their pace going in the full court. These next couple moves, they might have to slow it down a little bit. So what we'll do is let's do crossover first. Okay, so bring the ball up. You got to figure out which ball is going to go in front, which ball is going to go in back, but you're basically going to switch hands. The ball in the left hand is going to go to the right hand is going to go to the left. So when you do that, and I always point this out to them, you can't just do your normal crossover. One's got to be in front of the other, or the balls are going to hit. And just go at the pace at which you think you're not going to lose the ball here. All right, go ahead. Good. Keep going. Now, especially with the next couple drills, you'll probably want less people on the court, and four's probably a good number, but they'll want to move back and forth. They won't want to just go straight down the court. They're going to want to zigzag and go to the left and then go to the right. So be aware of that. If you got more, maybe you got 6 kids, maybe you do 2 groups of 3. Especially with crossover and some of these other moves, it's a little bit easier if you can go at an angle and then switch direction. Going straight ahead is a pretty difficult thing to do. All right, next one is behind the back. Okay, so again, 2 balls. When I have 2 balls and I'm going behind the back, all right, the easiest way is everybody right-handed, right? Everybody's right-handed. So the easiest way to do it is probably put that left ball in front, the right ball in back, and then switch. All right, so as you come up, you're dribbling 2 balls. You're going to move the left ball to the right hand and the right ball behind your back. It's a little easier to put the right ball behind your back than the left ball if you're right-handed. All right, so let's see how this one looks. Most kids can dribble up the court one-handed and go behind the back. It's the same thing, except now you have an extra ball that you got to get to that other hand. All right, let's see how this looks. Go ahead. Good. Keep it low. What's hard about this drill, and I'll tell you right now, I've done this long enough, is the balls start getting really high. Okay, they're concentrating so hard on figuring out I gotta get this ball to this hand, and the balls get really high, and it gets a little bit easier. Make sure you're trying to keep that ball really low, so I can really kind of emphasize that. All right. Next one is. Let's do between the legs. Okay, between the legs. So it's the same premise, all right? It's probably easier to go with your right hand, move the left ball to your right hand, and the right ball through your left leg. Put that left leg out. So we'll see. This one we haven't walked through with the guys, so I'm not sure. This one could be a little messy. Let me move out of the way here so I don't get hurt. All right, go ahead. We had our first casualty. Second casualty. So that's a hard one. That's a difficult one to do. A couple things with that, especially with the little kids, they'll want to go behind. Make sure that they're going through the front when they're doing between the legs. That's a key point with that. And then the ball's going to bounce off. It's going to happen. Just make sure you pick it up and go from there. Okay? Mixed moves. Any move you want. Change it up. Down and back. Go. And what I tell them is this is your NBA moves. Do it, crossover between the legs, behind the back. All right, the last one I call the yo-yo part of this. This one, again, I got from Coach Williams at Marquette. When I was down watching, I actually saw Wesley Matthews, who plays for the Jazz now, do this, former Spartan. So let's put, who's going to do this? Drew is going to do this. All right, so it's going to be the same premise. I'm not sure what Coach Williams called it. I kind of nicknamed it the yo-yo. But they're going to use him as kind of an indicator. As he dribbles toward them, they're going to dribble backwards. As he dribbles backwards, they're going to dribble toward him. All right, and he's going to try to get those 3 guys down to the other end. Okay, it's good working on that retreat dribble. I think it's a dribble that a lot of people don't work on, but I think that's something you really should work on. Going forward, going backwards. Oh, I'm going to get trapped. I got to change direction and I got to get out of there. All right. You can do this. Let's start actually at the gray line there. You can do this where they got to try to get to them and stuff, but we'll just kind of do it as kind of a generic thing here. All right, go ahead. Good, back up. Come forward. Back up. Good. That's it. Very good. All right, stop. Very good. So that, that drill can be kind of fun with them. They can change that up a little bit and do different things. What I like about that is, again, you can change the moves. We were just doing back and forth. You can make them cross over. You can make them do all of those things. What I was saying earlier is what I like about this drill is you can make it harder. Okay? You can never be too good a dribbler. You can put one mini ball, like a little mini ball and a big ball, and do that. You can do a tennis ball and a ball. You can do blindfolded 2 basketballs. I mean, there's infinite number of possibilities there. A couple things that I've read about is people have actually tried to do this with painter gloves, those big gloves, and try to dribble with painter gloves. My high school coach always told me that to go out and dribble on grass. If you go out and find a big field where there's a bunch of grass and you dribble on it, it's kind of like putting those weights on you when you jump rope. You take the weights off, it feels easy. It's kind of the same premise that if you do that on grass and can do all these moves on grass, and then you get onto a court, it seems like nothing. So you can alternate these and do a bunch of different things and make it pretty easy. You got to be a little creative when it comes to these drills.
Hey, Coach, hope you like that video. If you're looking for more videos just like that, check out teachhoops.com up above or down below in the show notes. I do not think you'll be disappointed. One-on-one calls, office hours, you name it, it's there for you. Learn from me. Let me help you become a better coach.